What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another video. I was recommended this video. It has been a long while doing reaction videos. I was just in a creative mood, so I decided to upload some music, some collaborations. Make sure you go and listen to those. They were very fun to make. But this track I got recommended. It's the Batman Shadow soundtrack. It's going to be a short video because it's a short clip. So hopefully there is a lot to, break down and react to and just have a listen. So without a further ado, ladies and gentlemen, if you want your reaction to be the topic of today's video, if you want me to react to a soundtrack, movies, games, film, anything, all you gotta do is post down in the comments down below, and I, just like this fella right here, I will post it up on the video. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's get into Batman Shadows. So right off the rip, we're getting straight into the action. This soundtrack, the main theme of Batman Arkham Shadow, sorry, it looks like we're getting right into the very somber, the very depression-esque Batman then. It's the beginning of this soundtrack was very somber, was very mellow, was very dramatic. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it becomes quite epic, it becomes grandiose, it becomes larger than life. We start off with some just some kind of percussion, boom, boom, as the introduction into this soundtrack, this life, this sound, this world, the soundscape that is the Arkham world that this game has been built off of. Then we get some staccatos, we get some kind of tremolos with violins along with the piano, and the piano really homes in that point of somber-esque. And I don't know. Yeah, so the piano's kind of out of the mix right now. It's kind of not there. It's just a lot of around about this point, I want to say. Around the 40-second mark. This track is about 2 minutes and 29, so call it about 2 minutes and 30. This track is so within the 40-ish seconds, we get a kind of transition. And the transition isn't really a transition, it just cuts in. Boom, boom. So then we get the the percussion. So then we get that then is the kind of the grandiose, the epicness of this soundtrack. So we have vocals, and the vocals are the ones that's carrying it on. So I really want to get this part of this right. So we get about 35 seconds of somber, sad, kind of Batman may be defeated, we get that vibe. And then we get layers of strings. Sorry. We get the normal kind of sustained strings, so strings that, play. Then we get the staccato strings, but the staccato strings and kind of the tremolo strings, violins, and they're there as that transition kind of sound. So they're off in the background. Dum, 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 dum. And here is the riser. So that was a clash. That was the and along with the percussion. Then that is a kind of a smooth transition and into the epicness of it, the grandiose, as I was saying. Then we have kind of the strings playing, maybe violin 1 or violin 2, playing a lot of the kind of the lower end of the notes then of a string. So instead of playing the higher octaves, we're playing, so they're homing in on that something is bubbling kind of feeling with this theme. We got that bubbling. Then we have the vocals. There's a lot of stuff homing into that point. Let's continue on with it. Let's continue on with it. So the theme, the kind of motif is playing dun, dun, dun. It's not far off. So like that is kind of the theme. It stands out. So the string is always standing out. It's doubling with the kind of the lower frequencies of, you know, the percussion, the bass, you know, the lower note of the strings. So that's what it's kind of doubling by. We got brass in here as well. We have some vocals, some choir, low, like, so they're male vocals, so they're lower octaves. And they're just off in the far mix as well. Oh, and they're just adding in that gothic, kind of churchy kind of vibe that, you know, that is Batman, you know, the Arkham, you know, they're adding into the gothic feel, especially with Gotham. So that there, I love that pause. That pause is so beautiful. Just duh, 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 duh. Like, it's just, it just adds in that kind of, I don't really know how to describe it. Just kind of adds in that sense of urgency, maybe. There are better words. I just can't think of it right now. But it just adds in that little uniqueness, because you're not really, as a composer, to really stop there. You're just meant to continue on, but it just stops. So it's unique and it's different. So your ears are just kind of like, oh, that sounds cool. The brass and kind of the bass then is what's doing the heavy lifting at this point, this section. They're adding in that kind of epicness now. The strings are coming in. I love that little sound effect then. So we transition again. This was obviously the kind of the third act now of this song. We're getting to like the last part of this song. Obviously, you add in some new elements. You take some elements out. You might not add any elements. So aspiring composers, when we get to the third part of this soundtrack, third part of a soundtrack, we normally don't, you know, a lot of us, and my throat. We normally don't get, we don't really realize we need to add stuff in. Add stuff in, take some stuff out. When we get to the last section of the song, this is where we really need to home in that point. We need to home in the epicness. We need to home in of what this kind of theme is, what this main theme is going to be, because this is the one that's probably going to be repeating throughout the game, throughout the DLC, or throughout the movie. So we need to home in that point of what sonically the movie represents to us. And this part here is that part. It's okay. The last part of we bring that. Sometimes we bring all the percussion, all of the instruments, the, you know, the sequencing events then together. You know, instead of spreading them out, now we bring them in together. So do 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 do. There's probably going to be the loop, but then a higher couple of octaves next. So it'd be you know, some higher octaves as a little bit of a kind of change. Or I might play the same melody over, but that there was also like a little bit of a transition going into the next part. We heard the kind of the bell, like kind of a church bell, ding, do 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 do. Higher octaves. Choir coming in. So there was some synth work at the back there, some added some synths, some little distortions on top of some instruments. What I really love especially about that end there is it's called Batman Arkham Shadow. You can really, through the sound there, you can really see it's like you kind of have to look at the shadow over your shoulder. You constantly have to look back. That's what I really like about the ending of that there. Bringing all the percussion in, bringing all the instruments one by one in under 2 minutes and 30. If they can do it, we can do it. Ladies and gentlemen, this soundtrack has been amazing. Thank you for the recommendation. This is probably one of my favourite ones out of the back, but the Arkham kind of series then. It's really painted, like, kind of homage to what Batman is, the symbol of Batman. And the other, not saying that the other soundtracks are, but a lot of soundtracks have been kind of like sound designy, which I really love. I like sound design. Take a look at my YouTube page. Some sound design works that I've, done. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching this. If you want to recommend a soundtrack yourself, movies, TV, games, whatever, post down in the comments down below and I will get to the reaction. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, leave a like, subscribe. My goal is 90 subscribers. Only you can make it. Hit the subscribe button, leave a like, comment down below. How do you like the soundtrack? What things did I miss? Post down in the comments down below. And until next time, guys, bye-bye.